Bernard Arnault, the billionaire who built luxury itself. 1. From a family construction business to building empires, Bernard Arnault didn't start with champagne and designer suits. He started with concrete and dust. His father owned a small construction company in France. As a young man, Bernard studied how deals were made, how people bought land, managed contracts, and created value from materials. One day he told his father, "Why build houses for others when we could build something that lasts, something people desire, not just need?" That single shift, from physical construction to value creation, became the foundation of his empire. He took profits from the family business and reinvested them into real estate and later into undervalued companies. Arnault didn't just want to build. He wanted to create worlds. Visual idea, old 1970s French construction footage, Bernard reviewing blueprints, cut to modern luxury stores with the same builder energy. 2. Reviving Dior, seeing gold in the dust. In the early 1980s, Christian Dior was struggling. Many saw it as a fallen star, a brand past its glory. But Bernard saw something no one else did. Legacy. He didn't look at Dior's financial losses. He looked at the story, the logo, the heritage. He bought the company when everyone thought he was crazy. Then he invested in artisans, brought back top designers, and redefined Dior's image. Instead of cutting costs, he doubled down in craftsmanship and storytelling. Within years, Dior wasn't just profitable again. It became the beating heart of the new LVMH empire. Visual Dior's old dusty boutique, transformation, new runway shows, modern Dior logo shining again. 3. Buying companies the smart way. Financial engineering. Arnault never simply buys a company, he rebuilds its structure. When he acquires a brand, he sells off the non-essential parts, factories, side businesses, or real estate. But he keeps the soul, the design studio, the brand name, the creative team. He restructures the finances so that the brand's energy goes into storytelling and growth, not unnecessary overhead. That's why LVMH owns dozens of luxury houses. Yet each one feels fresh and profitable. He doesn't strip companies down. He extracts value. He turns sleeping brands into money machines. Visual, chart animation showing assets before, streamlined, profits rising. 4. The House of Brands strategy. Most CEOs want control. Arnault gives freedom with structure. Each brand under LVMH, from Fendi to Louis Vuitton, operates like an independent kingdom. They have their own creative directors, identity, and style. But behind the scenes, logistics, finance, and distribution are centralized. This means every designer can focus on art, while Arnault's empire handles the business. Fendi stays Fendi, Louis Vuitton stays Louis Vuitton. But all roads lead to one empire, LVMH. Visual logos of LVMH brands orbiting around the LVMH core, designer sketching while logistics systems run in background. 5. Selling dreams, not discounts. The psychology of luxury. Arnault once said, "Luxury is the opposite of vulgarity." He never runs sales or discounts. Instead, he creates exclusivity. When you buy Dior, you don't just buy fabric. You buy a feeling of importance, For example, when a new collection is launched, certain clients receive personal invitations, not just product catalogs. People don't queue up for a bag, they wait for a dream. Arnault mastered this psychology. In luxury, scarcity equals value. Visual boutique lines outside, slow motion VIP room service, subtle soft music. 6. The art of managing artists. Designers are not employees in Arnault's world. They are stars. But stars need direction. Arnault gives them total freedom to create, yet holds them accountable for results. There's a story that when a creative director missed expectations, Bernard didn't fire him. He said, "I trust your vision. Take another year. Show me why the world should believe in you." That designer later released a collection that went viral globally and transformed the brand's entire image. That's Arnault's magic. Patience with purpose. Visual, designer studio, sketches on walls, late-night creative sessions, applause at runway show. 7. Crisis strategy. Strength during storms. When the world panics, Arnault invests. During economic recessions, most brands cut marketing or close stores. LVMH does the opposite. They renovate flagships, improve service, and double down on storytelling. His belief: luxury doesn't disappear in crisis, it becomes aspiration. By maintaining brand presence even during downturns, Arnault ensures that when the market recovers, his brands are already ahead. Visual, empty streets, boutique renovations, reopening, long lines returning. 8. Global expansion, the Asian strategy. Arnault understood earlier than anyone that Asia would become the heart of global luxury. But he didn't just bring Western brands to Asia. He localized them. He opened stores that respected local culture, sponsored art events, and collaborated with Asian designers. For instance, Louis Vuitton's exhibitions in Shanghai weren't just fashion. They were cultural events. He turned luxury from foreign into a familiar result. A generation of loyal customers who grew up dreaming of LVMH brands. Visual, grand openings in Tokyo, Seoul, Shanghai, art exhibitions with LV collaboration. 9. Investing in art and heritage. Arnault doesn't only build businesses, he builds culture. He funds museums, art foundations, and exhibitions. Why? Because he knows luxury and culture are inseparable. When a brand supports art, it becomes timeless. It's not just a logo anymore. It's legacy. The Louis Vuitton Foundation in Paris isn't a store. It's a symbol of sophistication, creativity, and long-term thinking. People don't buy Dior because they need clothes. They buy it because it represents something eternal. Visual. Fondation Louis Vuitton, art pieces, Bernard visiting exhibitions. 10. The final lesson, the architecture of success. Bernard Arnault doesn't just own companies. He designs systems, like a builder, an engineer, and an artist all at once. His formula is clear: buy undervalued brands with heritage, give them artistic freedom, manage them with discipline, expand globally with precision, make luxury culture, not just commerce. From a small construction office in France to the richest man on earth, Arnault proved that building dreams can be more valuable than building walls. Visual time-lapse. From old buildings to Dior runway to LVMH headquarters to montage of luxury world. You've just seen how Bernard Arnault built an empire, not from luck, but from vision, patience, and precision. If you felt something move inside you, that quiet fire that says, I can do this too, don't let it fade. Subscribe now because this is where future billionaires are built. Mindset by mindset, story by story. Hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments. And remember, every great empire starts with one decision: to never think small again.